I'm recently single and not looking to date anytime soon, but I can't help but wonder if anyone is going to want to date a single mom to 4 small children. Their father is very much involved, so in no way am I looking for someone to come and take care of us.
And then because the dad is so involved, like I said, you're gonna have to find a secure man that can realize, because people always swear it's a stigma that baby moms and baby dads don't leave each other alone. Like, so you're already fighting against that stigma while you're out here trying to date, because no matter what you say, in the back of their head, every time you say, oh, my baby dad's coming to get the kids, or we're going to be at a sports game together, or this and that, it just rings off like, are you still messing with your baby dad?
Right.
So she's going to have a hard time trying to navigate and finding a strong man that don't care about that.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Women do not understand how territorial men are. We don't want our women around other men. If you're ours and I'm yours, we don't care if you share a kid with that dude. The hell is you doing going around that other dude? Period. And that's one reason why the juice isn't worth the squeeze when it comes to dating single mothers. Yeah, through the door, we have to compromise who we are as men by allowing you to have a close relationship with another man. And that's, no, men aren't wired that way. We aren't. We can do it, but fundamentally speaking, we're not wired that way. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's get into the content. Welcome back.
I'm back, you golden taxes.
If this is your first time finding my channel, the name of my channel is in the intro. Who am I? I'm Unc L. You call me Unc for short. Why? Because I'm old as hell and I'm somebody's uncle. And I'm that uncle that tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Rest in peace, Pops. Miss you every day. Today, I'm making part 3 in my series of Stepdaddy season is officially canceled. Yeah, ladies, we're done taking care of other men's walking
cream pie.
It's over with. There's no benefit for the average man who steps into this situation. Think I'm lying? We're going to let the content speak for itself. But before we get into the content, if you would, give me a like, give me a sub, give me a share. Help! I'm trying to get to 1,500 subs, y'all. I appreciate all of y'all pulling up with me, man. Thank y'all from the bottom of my heart. But if you would, I'm monetized now. Watch one of those commercials for me. 15 to 30 seconds long. If it's longer than 30 seconds, I don't blame you if you skip it, although I'd appreciate it if you watch it. But if you skip it, I understand. With that said, let's get into the content.
I've had too many times where I've witnessed women brainwash children and deprive men of access to their children, and that child grows up completely and utterly loyal to their mum. And with that loyalty, you have to sacrifice objectivity. In order to be completely loyal to your brainwashing mother, you have to be naive about women. Men who grew up with just their mum and no access to their father and no access to the dad's side of the story are more likely to be cheated on.
Many men are not inclined to raise children who are not their own biological.
That's the fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack.
Online dating space for a single mother shrinks. Over a third of these women are struggling financially, and
You're broke. You're fucking poor.
about half of those have never even been married. These women quickly realize that they can't attract the same kind of man and will eventually have to settle. This sets off a search for a rare unicorn that doesn't exist. A man that's just as attractive and exciting as the ones that she dated in her 20s, but also head over heels in love and ready to commit to her now that she's finally ready to settle down. But of course, that savior never comes.
Women be out here creating super niggas in their mind. They don't even be looking at the niggas right in front of them. That's the difference between men and women. We see who here.
Right.
Women out here think it's a unicorn nigga with long dick and a lot of money and a weekend house, and this nigga write poetry and he draw and he a thug and he can fight and lift weights and don't eat pork. You crazy? You gonna meet this nigga with a lace front on?
And what's
sad is, what I see is I meet a lot of women, man. You know what I'm saying? These jobs and stuff like that. And I can say from the age 25 to 40, I can name multiple women who have, I'm talking about from the age 25 to 40, black women who have 4 kids, 3 baby fathers at least.
Nasty bitch.
And y'all telling me the women ain't doing anything wrong. And these same women, if you listen to these women talk, bro, all they're gonna do is tell you how the father ain't shit.
He ain't lying.
And this is a fact, bro. I'm telling y'all shit that I know. I'm not talking about no shit off no internet. I'm talking about shit that I know. And these ain't bad looking women. But what I'm telling you is they don't have their shit together. They think everything is predicated on their pussy. They think their pussy has the power.
Wrong.
And the moment that the guy is no longer interested, he go ahead and cheat, they lose that power.
And come to find out, this little bitch got 2 niggas. Damn. I done put myself in some bullshit.
Women that are in their 30s, right?
Yeah.
That have some type of success, right? So like, let's say a woman in her 30s, she has her shit together. How the fuck does she meet an equal?
We do not care.
We don't care.
Dude,
Because I feel like the guys that she would want, or let's say equal, make as much money as her at least, right?
Yeah.
And can match her. I feel like they don't really want women in their 30s. They'd rather just find a chick who's like 26 or 27 or 25, and date her.
Exactly.
Specifically for that last clip, that's not the problem. So-called boss chicks that are making a lot of money and high earners, that's not the problem they have. You notice she said she's looking for equal. Men and women are not equal. Men don't, because I assume she's speaking of finances. Men don't care about your finances, because when some scumbag kicks in the front door and comes in to hurt us in the middle of the night while we're sleeping and the babies is there, I'm the one that's got to go down there gladly and deal with the threat.
Say hello to my little friend.
I'm the one where if a dude touch you on your booty while we out in public, just gonna have to beat his ass. I'm required to put my life on the line. Women look for men that are taller than them, smarter than them, make more money than them, have charisma. Where in that is equal? There's nothing equal about it, and that's the problem a lot of women, but especially single moms, are having. Y'all think we're not equal? We are not equal. We are not the same. Equal means the same, and we are not the same. Let's continue.
The last thing you want to do is have a child by a broke, bum, dusty mother, become a single mom, and then have to go back into the dating world and explaining why you had a kid with a dusty, broke mother. You know how embarrassing that is? You know how much stress it is to bring a new person into your life or even try dating when you have a kid? Especially with a piece of shit.
When you go out and make babies with a man, that's it. You can't really expect to get higher than your baby daddy.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
No, I can't go on a date. I can't hang out with you because I'm a full-time mother.
That's another reason why single moms are a bad deal, because as a man, you can't be spontaneous with them. There's no spontaneity, because you got to make sure they have a babysitter. You got to make sure of this, and that. Or you got to take some other dudes walking
Cream pie.
with you on the date.
No, I'm not buying your daughter nothing to eat. I didn't come on the date to pay for your daughter food.
Why would you only get you an appetizer?
What you mean?
Why you didn't get no appetizer for us?
Nah, that was not the deal. Was that the deal? No.
So you're not gonna feed us?
No. Just look her. She can't get nothing. I don't know her.
Damn! But I could get something and my daughter can't?
Yeah.
He cold.
And ladies, I'm sorry to tell you this, but
Fuck them kids. Fuck the kids?
Yeah. We don't care about them kids like that. Y'all do. And y'all feel like because we're trying to get with you, we should take that into consideration.
How about no?
You know how embarrassing it is to try to get somebody better than your baby daddy, but you literally let a bum impregnate you? I don't even deserve the better man. I picked the worst of the worst. Out of my whole entire life, of 28 years living on this goddamn planet, my baby daddy was the worst man I ever been with.
Chad, I had about six different STDs. Whoa.
Wait, what?
I had a lot of STDs.
What do you mean 6 different ones though?
Brother, what's that?
I had NGU, trichomonas, gonorrhea. Trichomonas? I never heard of that. Trichomonas? That's the. Trichomonas is when you be burning. That's what trichomonas is.
Can you stop? Can you stop?
Stop what? We don't eat.
Don't have kids with that man, bro.
Don't have sex with him. Did you hear this part right here?
Chad, I had about six different STDs. Chad, I had about six different STDs.
That sounded a little zesty to me. That might be why this dude had so many STIs, because the group of black people that has the highest occurrence of STIs are gay black men. So ladies, you saw it. She was disgusted. You see how that lady was like, ugh, shut up. Because she was thinking about how many times she done let this dude hit it raw and what might be floating around in her system now.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts.
Hey y'all, so I want to respond very quickly to a conversation that is really important that I saw on Instagram. And it's in regards to single black mothers and this idea that single black mothers are not as valuable as women who don't have children. And this conversation was taking place on tonight's conversation. And one of the panelists, Candace, asked a question, sort of a rhetorical question, if you will, to people who have this particular perception that she says, imagine missing out on one of the most profound emotional and spiritual relationships or experiences of your life because of your bias, which she didn't use that word, but it's the word that I'm using, because of your bias.
If you'll let me explain it to you, I'll try. You're a woman that was with a man for 6 or 7 years, and you gave him the highest honor a woman can give any man on the planet. You gave him children. You gave him not only one, you gave him 2. And yet you did not require him to even bestow the title of a wife upon you. So you go back out into the market, older, with 2 children, and you expect someone in that market to accept you older and bestow the title of wife upon you? That's how men look at it.
How are your kids going to be an asset to me if I was dating you?
I would never date a man that ever asked me no craziness like that. Because you would never ask me how my kids would be an asset to you.
That's the thing.
That's insanity.
But see, I'm coming from a logical standpoint.
No.
It's the truth.
No, it's not. And I'm going to say that as a single mother myself, that a lot of men cannot even sit at the table with me, if I'm being honest, and I still give them a seat for them to sit down and show me what they can bring to the table for me. I know on a 1,000 different levels, they don't even meet me halfway. You're sitting in front of a woman that makes well over 6 figures a year. You're not going to tell me that a man can step through that door and tell me, what can your kids do for me? No, baby, what can you do for this household? Because this household runs effortlessly.
I don't care if you make 6 figures. You know why? Because
I'm not done.
Who is to say if I was to marry you and you divorce me, even if I'm not married to you, if I've been dating you for a substantial amount of time, you can still go and put me on child support for 18 years for kids that are not mine.
That young lady seems to think that because she makes 6 figures, that amount of money is supposed to automatically make us tolerate her kids.
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Man, fuck them kids, bro.
We don't care about your kids. We don't care about another man's walking
cream pie.
What? I'm supposed to prove myself to a chick that couldn't even keep the dude she had kids with? I can go get a chick that doesn't have kids and doesn't have her history. Let's continue.
If I was a grown man, I would only date single mothers.
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
What? Spoken from a woman that's a single mother. Jesus Christ, why do they keep trying to feed us? We don't want it. We are not intrigued by single mothers.
Write that down.
No matter how you dress it up, no matter what you tell us, stop trying to feed us. We don't want it. Single mothers are not a good deal for a man. It's really simple. And it's blowing my mind how much women are trying to push this narrative like we really gonna spend for it. It's not gonna work out. Nope. We don't want nothing to do with y'all. With all due respect. Yeah, there's an occasional guy that will come in and be, Mr. Superman type vibe, but the majority of us don't want that.
Damn right.
We want to start our own storyline. We don't want to play another man's save game. We don't, we got our own memory cards. We don't want to have to play under another man's save game. We don't want it. Stop trying to force feed us this single motherhood. Oh, a woman with a baby is more experienced. No, it's okay. I got enough experience from me and my woman. You can keep it.
Yes! That boy is good.
And as a single mother, I want to make this clear. I'm not bitter. I'm not depressed over our situation. I am simply overstimulated. I'm overstimulated from being the full-time mother, the full-time employee, having to take care of my physical, mental well-being as well as my child's. I'm not bitter. I'm overstimulated. I'm gonna say it again. I'm not bitter. I'm overstimulated. I'm not bitter. I'm overstimulated.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Why? Because you get to be out here doing whatever you want to do and having fun and getting your child whenever you want to. And me, I have to be the full-time parent by default. Now, do I mind? No. Do I love my child? Yes. But I shouldn't have to validate that and make it feel like, oh, she talking about us because she's bitter. No, I am simply overstimulated.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
I'm going to be aggressive because nobody wants to hear this, because what you want me to say today is actually being a single mother is totally possible.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
It actually isn't. It was never meant to happen for the human race, number one. Number two, single biggest determiner of whether a mother is a good mother, what do you think it is? This is going to blow your mind when I tell you the answer. Whether they have a supportive partner. The major argument for good dads is actually, can the dad be there for the mom? Because it's like a direct chain is what we see. What you see is that if you've got a father figure, basically, who's supportive to the mother's energy goes towards the children. But the second that she doesn't have that supportive energy, she collapses.
I gotta tell you something, they damn sure do.
Is what happens. And then the kids get starved. And we're not actually supposed to be living in a single family household, so it's supposed to be a lot more support towards mom than just dad. But I'm going with standard societal structure. You are a victim of a society that was never meant to work this way.
Yeah, shout out. Okay, in chronological order, shout out to the brother that straight up said, yeah, we don't want single moms. For the most part, that's true. Now, there are some fine single moms, and the finer you are, the more a man will give you leeway. But you young ladies that are shaped like a busted can of cinnamon rolls, would a man want to step into a situation where he has to take on another person's stress? The answer is he wouldn't. And for the next young lady that said she's not bitter, she's overstimulated, but then she went on to say, I'm overstimulated because I've got to stay in the house while you get to go outside and do this, and you don't have to be the parent. Women are not meant to raise children alone. Women are not even meant to raise children with just a man, because it used to be, go back 150, 200, 300 years, there was a whole group of women around, mothers, aunties, grandmothers, great aunts, nieces, sisters. Everybody helped raise that baby. The family structure was more intact and better. I'm not going to keep running my mouth. Shout out to all my day one subs. Oh my God, and shout out to my new subs. Thank you for pulling up. There's a billion places on this app you can be, yet you keep pulling up with me. Bars. With that said, I'll see you on the next one. Toodles.